Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a future cabin crew, today we're going to talk about how cabin crew are being regularized, okay? So I will give you ideas so that you will be able to prepare in the future on how to take care of your employment while you are still on the probationary period. So I will give you tips and advice to make sure that after 6 months of your probationary period, you will be regularized, okay? So that's your main goal, because if ever you will not be regularized, you will not be able to continue your career as a cabin crew, okay? So it's very important that as early as now, you have ideas, okay, or an overview of what are you going to take care of, okay? What are you going to do while you are still on the probationary period? So that's from the first day of your flying until the 6 months from the said date, okay? I came from a different industry. I am not from the aviation industry before, but I am from the business process outsourcing industry. When God gave me this career, it is somehow a new path for me. However, my previous experiences are also applicable in this industry. During my first month of flying, guys, I faced adjustments. One of the adjustments that I have faced is you will be flying to different sets of cabin crew every flight or every day, okay? For example, in the aircraft A320, there are 4 cabin crew that are plotted therein. So those 3 cabin crew, there is a small chance that I will be flying with them again this month, okay? Because there's a lot of cabin crew in this industry. Hence, you will be flying to different cabin crew every flight, and you will be meeting different faces and also different attitudes, okay? So this will give you an idea that you will not be flying to same set of cabin crew for the entire month or for the entire year, okay? So meaning you will be flying different sets of cabin crew, different faces and different attitude, okay? So of course, if you will be facing those kind of cabin crew every flight, so of course you have to be flexible, okay? You have to be ready on how to deal with them, okay? That is an overview. In my first month, we are just fresh graduates from training. Hence, this is the perfect time for us that we will be able to apply our learnings into an actual performance. There are things during training that you will only learn during in-flight, okay? And with the help of your co-cabin crew, with their advice, with their tips, it will really help you to become more effective and become more professional with what you are doing, okay? So make sure that you have also the attitude, or you have a teaching heart, okay? If your senior cabin crew will, reprimand you or perhaps will teach you during in-flight, so you have to prepare your heart that you will accept their teachings and things that you should do and you should not do during in-flight, all right? During my first week of my succeeding flights, I am so grateful that my Godfather really gave me a set of cabin crew who really helped me, who has the heart in sharing their best practices, okay? I am so grateful. One of the tasks or duties that I am having hard time in the first week is the automation of our what we call the max crew system. So max crew is like a point of sale system. Like for example, if you visit Jollibee or McDonald's, there is like a point of sale system. by the cashiers. They are going to input their sales. So take note that if you will become a cabin crew in Cebu Pacific, a part of your duties is that you are going to sell items. You're going to sell merchandise items and also snacks and drinks for sale. So if you notice, during the middle part of the flight, we will be rolling out our merchandise and also our snacks and beverage items. And we have an iPad at their end that we're going to input our sales. And if it's your first time, you will be having adjustments, okay? If you're going to check the items that are, programmed therein, there's a lot of items that you have to familiarize. So by God's grace, my God the Father gave me patience, in order for me to operate that system. And I'm so thankful to my co-cabin crew that, especially to Miss Christine, shout out to Miss Christine. I will not forget you, Miss Christine, because you are one of those flight buddy who taught me how to operate the system in a simpler way, all right? So I assure you, after several weeks or days of operating that system, you will be familiarized with the system, okay? So again, make sure that you have the character of being flexible, that you are capable of embracing changes, okay? All right. I am also excited that you future cabin crew, if ever you will be successful on your application, I'm so excited to fly with you, and I assure you, I'm going to share to you as well my learnings and those best practices that will make your life easier as a cabin crew. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to share is, I'm pretty sure that you future cabin crew, or perhaps you are a cabin crew or a flight attendant already, this next thing I'm going to share, I'm pretty sure that you will be motivated, okay? Because during my first few months as a probationary cabin crew, I have received several commendations from our passengers, okay? If you're going to receive that, of course you are grateful because you were able to accomplish your mission, especially in the customer service part. It's a satisfying moment for me with that accomplishment, okay? But I'm going to share to you, there is nothing more satisfying if you will receive a commendation from your co-cabin crew. Alright? So I have received a commendation from my senior cabin crew during that flight. Each flight has 4 to 5 cabin crew therein, and the head of those cabin crew are the senior lead cabin crew, okay? So the commendation that I have received during that time came from my senior lead cabin crew. And guys, when I received that commendation, I did not really expect that there is something like that in our field of work. And when I received that through email, I was surprised, and also I was so blessed. I was surprised because it is my first time to receive that commendation, and so when I read that commendation, I am extremely blessed. My heart is full of joy. I did not expect that there is someone who really appreciates your hard work, okay? Wow. When I read the commendation, guys, I am speechless. And also, it motivates me to give more on what I can offer. That senior lead cabin crew guy, she stated therein that in spite of my newness in the company, I was able to perform those things that she elaborated therein. So I'm going to show you my first commendation while I am still a probationary cabin crew. Okay, enjoy. from my senior lead cabin crew emailed the commendation to our managers. Okay? After receiving that first commendation, guys, I also received a lot of encouragement from my other managers and supervisors. I am just grateful, okay? Because for me that is fulfilling, and also your hard work is not in vain, okay? There is really a return of investment. So I'm going to show you some emails. It will also encourage you to do more in spite of the commendation that you have received. So of course, I have replied that I assure them that I am committed, that I will be more consistent of what I am doing, because consistency is the best key for you to be able to be a successful, okay, of what you are doing. All right. And after a few months of being a probationary cabin crew, my God the Father gave me another blessing, guys. Okay, I have received my second commendation from a different senior lead cabin crew. Okay, wow, Lord, thank you for your blessing. I am so thankful to God that He gave me this opportunity, this blessing. I'm quite overwhelmed with this blessing. Let's talk about my second commendation. This time, guys, that senior lead cabin crew, aside from the email commendation that she emailed to our managers, she also created a beautiful art or a picture that has my picture therein, and also her commendation beside my picture. And I'm going to show you this picture. This is what she did, and I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, and after that, one of my co-cabin crew friends sent me a message in FB Messenger, and he told me that, hey, FJ, I saw your picture in our website, okay? And I saw your commendation therein. And when I received that, wow, Lord, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm going to show you that email and also that beautiful art that our company posted in our website, in Cebu Pacific website. All right, so here we go. So that's it. The reason why I am sharing those commendations, because I just want to highlight God's word in the Bible. God said in 1 Chronicles chapter 16 verse 8, King David says that, "Give thanks unto the Lord, call upon His name, made known His deeds among the people." Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now, to spread the goodness and the faithfulness of my God the Father in heaven. One of the benefits of sharing the faithfulness of our God, it encourages Christians who are, having hard times right now. Encouraging my fellow cabin crew to be more faithful to the Lord and to be more productive during in-flight duties. Moreover, future cabin crew, if you will receive a commendation in the future, we should be careful, okay? I am included in this advice. These awards or commendations, guys, it will make us proud. So be careful, because in our nature as sinners, in our heart, we are proud. So take note that Lucifer's downfall because of his pride. Be careful, Satan will attack you during the peak of your success. He's going to try to plant have a proud heart, pride therein. So be careful, because God resisted the proud. Take note, Lucifer is one of the, smartest, good-looking, one of the angels that has authority over angels. He thinks that he is good, that he is more powerful. If you're going to read the Bible, I have read therein that he always says the expression, I. Make sure that you should not do that, okay? Because if you're going to be proud, that will be your downfall, okay? The question is how to avoid being proud to yourself, to ourselves. Number one is, of course, you have to pray. If pride climbs into your heart, you have to pray right away. The prayer is like this, okay? My God the Father, I am nothing. The awards, the commendations that I have received comes from you, okay? It's all by your grace. The key there is that you have to claim that these awards are from our God the Father in heaven, okay? Because that creates a humbleness in your heart, okay? You did not do it by your might, but by God's might and grace, okay? So that's very simple, but you have to do that in order for you to fight the proud heart in times like this, okay? It's a very good tip, okay? And after my 6 months, I am so grateful that my God the Father gave me another blessing. I was one of those cabin crew who got regularized after 6 months. Yay! All right. So Lord, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm going to give you tips, guys, a future cabin crew on how to be regularized after 6 months. Okay. So make sure that you're going to imprint these tips in your heart so that if you're going to start working as a cabin crew, you will be able to savor and live your childhood dream. All right. So number one is make sure that you should not incur any lates. Okay. During the duration of 6 months, make sure that you will not incur any lates. Okay. Number one, and then number two, any absences, and number three is sick leave, okay? Make sure that you will rest well. You have to take vitamins and you have to eat healthy food in order for you not to be sick, okay? Because if you will incur sick leave, absences, and also lates, that's one of the factors that you will not be regularized, okay? Aside from those three keys, we're going to add that you are going to study every day, okay? So there is a manual that we are studying, 2 manuals. We have the cabin crew operations manual and we also have cabin crew safety manual, okay? It's very thick manual, guys, and I would like to encourage you that even though you graduated from training, you have to study it every day, okay? Why? Because before you proceed to the aircraft, there is a very quick briefing from your senior lead cabin crew, and that senior lead cabin crew, guys, will ask you several questions about operations and also about safety, okay? So make sure that you will be able to answer those questions, those safety questions, in order for you not to be bumped off on that flight, okay? Because there is a huge chance if you will not be able to answer the safety questions, you cannot proceed to that flight. They are going to get another cabin crew to replace you on that flight, okay? So being a cabin crew, it's our job that we should study every day. We should familiarize the safety procedures and also the operating procedures, okay? So at least you have now an idea what is the life of a cabin crew. All right. Next key is make sure that you will maintain your grooming. It's very important. Make sure that your haircut, your hair should not touch the part over here. Make sure that you are well groomed. And for girls, make sure that you are going to follow the standard grooming procedures for a cabin crew. Otherwise, you will receive a sanction about it, and that also one of the factors that causes that you will not be regularized as a cabin crew. Okay, last is the performance. Okay, you have to perform your duties very well. Okay, so even though the senior lead cabin crew does not see you working in a standard way, you still have to work. Okay, even though no one is looking around. Okay, you have to perform well, you have to follow the standard in working and avoid substandard. Okay, those are the key points that the company will base your regularization process. So make sure that you will perform those keys very well in order for you to be regularized. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Cabin Crew FJ. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you in the next one. God bless. Bye.